Hola amigos, una vez más desde Los Ángeles, en este caso para conocer todo sobre Dumbo, la nueva película live action de Disney dirigida por Tim Burton. Y vamos a conocer al protagonista de la película, la verdadera estrella, nada más ni nada menos que este hermoso elefante, Dumbo, en versión 3D. Este es el modelo que utilizaron justamente para realizarlo después a través del CGI. Y miren qué lindo que es muy bonito, por supuesto tiene unas orejotas increíbles, unos ojos celestes impresionantes y muchas expresiones. Es la verdadera estrella de la película junto a los actores y por supuesto los va a emocionar.
Dad, wake up, let's go! The elephants need us!
Look at that. Baby, got a baby. We got a baby.
What is that? A face only a mother could love.
Sir, many of us find you handsome.
I was talking about the elephant. You have until tomorrow night to fix that. Me? Make those ears disappear.
Don't look at me.
Hi, baby Dumbo. Welcome to the circus. We're all family here, no matter how small.
Colin, thanks for the
man.
time. It's nice to see you again. Congratulations for the movie.
Yeah.
And the first question
Thank
is, how was your story with the classic Dumbo? Was a movie of your childhood?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh,
when
no?
I was a child. I didn't see it until I knew I was doing this one. I loved it. It was beautiful. Scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, and very sad and moving.
Yes.
Version definitely honours the tone at times of the original animated film, and also, of course, the central character, but also gives more breadth to it. There's a human component brought in, and the human component is very much also reflective of Dumbo's journey. I mean, I play a father whose wife died while he was away fighting during the First World War, who's now kind of estranged from his children, doesn't know how to be with his children. Those children are obviously dealing with the loss of their mother, as Dumbo is dealing with the loss of his mother. Even though she's still alive, Dumbo's mother, they're separated against their will. So there's a lot of there's a lot of heavy themes explored for a film that is kind of oriented towards the younger members of our society, but tons of heart at the end of the day, you know, which was the most attractive thing about it.
What was your feelings when you read the script of Dumbo?
When you read the script, it's so full of rich images, and it's so visual, and you feel like you're kind of, it's overwhelming because there's so many. It's so kind of colorful and it's fairy tale, and it's so moving, and it's just gorgeous in many ways.
What was your reaction when they come to you saying Tim Burton is making a Dumbo live action movie?
How soon can I get there?
Oh yeah.
It was a tricky time. I wasn't looking to even to work on a movie or work on anything for a while. I have other projects going, and I had done a bunch of movies back to back, but when I got this, I was hoping maybe it was going to be later, and then I got the schedule, and I thought, oh man, I don't know how I'm going to do this. But when it's Tim, you just want to be part of those movies. So I just figured out a way to do it, and I'm glad I did. It's just always so enjoyable to be part of, you know, a Tim Burton world.
I remember my first time watching Dumbo in my childhood, and was a very sad experience because you know the story of the little elephant and his mother. Do you remember your first time with
Yeah,
Dumbo?
I know. I have the same experience as you. I mean, I think everybody who sees it, one of the big things that like really wrenches your heart is the fact that there's this early 1941 version of the movie is about child separation. I mean, it's like just anytime somebody's taking a baby away from a parent, you're feeling like you know, just the most horrifying. You can't understand it, how that could happen. And we're going through it in our country right now. For our movie, other things like xenophobia, we deal with all kinds of like confidence and what it is to be a kid who's different, or an adult even who is different. So in Dumbo, the original, which we both felt that way about, you take all those values and those themes and you put those into Tim Burton's hands, and it becomes this glorious, energetic, fun celebration. And we also deal with animal captivity in a good way, and so it's really good. I think people who see Dumbo will probably want to go get the other version and take a look at it again.
Your character is a circus artist. How do you prepare for play her?
Yeah, I did some aerial work with some circus people. It was kind of very intense training. But the most kind of demanding thing for me was to overcome my fear of heights. It was very crazy, and I always thought it was a physical thing, but it actually was all in my head. So I really learned a lot thanks to this experience.
How do you describe your character? Because he's the bad guy, but at the same time, it's very funny.
Yeah,
You know?
hopefully, because that's the idea, that in a film like this, you need to have the villain, you need to have the protagonist and the and everything else, and you need that, the antagonist, and so that's my job, that's my role in the movie, and hopefully you take him very seriously, but you don't take him that seriously. Also, there are a couple of lines in the movie where you understand a little bit of how he got to be how he is.
What do you have in mind when you choose a character?
Well, I feel like the movie that you're going to do, whatever it is, when I heard about Dumbo, I immediately wanted to be part of it. I understand that I'm playing almost the same part as I was in Big Fish, but I own the circus. I don't know. I think for this movie, for Dumbo, I don't think there would be a way for me to pass up this experience at all. I have to be part of it.
It was your first time with Tim. How was the experience? What kind of director is Tim Burton?
Frenetic one. He moves a lot around the set. I'm pretty quick around a film set, I've been told, but I certainly met my match this time. He's incredibly involved, like incredibly engaged with the whole process. I would watch him behind the monitor, and he would be acting out the scene that he's watching as the kids are doing it. He'd be, so enmeshed in the process of telling the story. Obviously, the visual world that he created was something that he does more fluidly and more elaborately than most, if not all, filmmakers. But being with him on the set, he created an energy of the family. There was a sense of all being part of the same, family with one common purpose, and it was gorgeous to be a part of.